Good afternoon. I'm Alessandro Carola, a student of the Master of Science in Business Administration of the University of Rome Tor Vergata. And I'm gonna do this presentation of corporate governance about the two companies, Statoil and Valero, which are companies that operate in the sector of refining, marketing, and transportation of fuels, petrols and gas. So I'm gonna start with the company Statoil, reading its mission statement, which represents the brief declaration of the purposes of the business, which is useful for the actual and potential shareholders to see the objectives that the firm wants to achieve. So Statoil mission statement is to accommodate the world's energy needs in a responsible manner. We apply technology and create innovative business solutions. Our approach is founded on a value-based performance culture, a belief in cooperation, and a striving for continuous operational improvements. And so the main part, the most important one, is to accommodate the world's energy needs. And this represents the purpose of the business, which is coherent to the activity that the company carry out, because it operates in Germany, France, England, Norway, but not only in Europe, because it operates also in Canada and, for example, also the east coast of the United States. And to answer the question, like how the company wants to achieve its objectives, it says in a responsible manner. And this is connected to the concept of sustainability, that can be environmental sustainability, economic sustainability, or social sustainability. And the company is putting a lot of effort to achieve sustainability, to have sustainability in its organization. In fact, it has won many times the award of Best Norwegian Employer of the Year, and also it had put lots of effort to be accepted by the community where it runs its operations, but also is trying to reduce the emissions that the emissions during its activities. And so now let's look at the ownership structure of the firm. So the firm is a Norwegian multinational which is listed in both the Oslo Stock Exchange and the New York Stock Exchange. The majority of the shares are owned by the Norwegian state, which owns more than 67% of the shares, and the rest are owned by minority shareholders. And so also the 75% of the shares are owned by Norwegian's owner, but also because the 67 is owned by the Norwegian states. And so the dominant shareholder is the Norwegian state, that has the euro control of the firm, because it has the more than 50% plus one of the shares, 67, which is a significant amount. And the ultimate controlling party, which has to be a natural person, in this case is the Ministry of Petroleum and Energy, which is Tord Lien at the moment. And the minority shareholders, as I said, are 33% of the shares, and 9% are institutional funds, while the others are other types of minority shareholders. And none of them owns a significant amount of shares. Like none of them is a none of them is a qualified minority shareholder, so none of them owns more than 20% of the shares. And so all of them doesn't have any possibility to influence to control the firm. So the company has assets that amount on 784.4 billion of crowns, and they're covered by more or less 60% by liabilities and 40% by equity. So we can say that this company is not so risky. And about the separation between ownership and control, in this case the Norwegian state owns more than 50% of the shares, so it's the majority shareholders, and there is no separation between ownership and control because they are both in the hand of the Ministry of Petroleum and Energy. And the company follows the two-tier model and is characterized by three main bodies: the general meeting of the shareholders, the supervisory board, and the management board. But following the Norwegian regulations, the Norwegian law, there is also another body, which is the corporate assembly. And the board of directors is responsible for the overall management of the firm, and also it has to supervise in general the firm, and is composed by 11 members. 3 are elected among the employees, and for this reason they cannot be considered independent, but all the others are independent. And moreover, there are no representative of the management among the members of the board. And moreover, 40% of the members of the board are represented by women, as the quota which is decided by the Norwegian law. About the characteristics of the board, 8 of the 11 of the members of the boards are independent, and there are no connection like with the family of the owners. And out of 11 they have a high level of education. 6 of 11 they possess have shares of the firm. 9 out of 11 have other directorship roles. Moreover, the chairman is an independent director. There is no CEO duality, and yes, 40% of the directors are represented by females. Now let's analyze the American company called Valero. And as for the first company, I'm gonna read also for this one the mission statement of the firm. We work together with the same focus to offer clean fuels, services and products of convenience to all our customers through a single location. Operational excellence, safety, and environmental responsibility are the keys to success, in addition to delivering superior returns to our shareholder. Our activities also have a beneficial impact on the communities that we serve to improve people's lives. So in the mission statement we have the word we that stress the fact that for the firms the employees are really important, and then there are the words premier supplier and convenience that represents the high reputation, the solid reputation of the company, but also the word clean fuels are referred to the fact that the company is working really good on the sustainability. Other values that can be found in the mission statement are the safety and environmental responsibility, the family and the community, the value of respect, the integrity and honesty, and the excellence and entrepreneurial spirit. Regarding the ownership structure of the firm, the percentage of equity and debt is similar to the first company, because in this company the assets are covered by 58% of debts, and on the other one it was 60%, so it's similar. And regarding the shareholders in this company, we can see that there is not nobody of the shareholders has 20% of the shares, and so the ownership is really dispersed. And for this reason we can say that there is not major shareholders, and so the power of the control is exerted by the management, and for this reason there may be a conflict of interest, because the managers, they run the business, they manage the assets, but they don't put money in the firm. For this reason we can say that there is a agency problem type 1, but there is also a risk of possible takeovers. And regarding the board of directors, and we can say that Valero follows the one-tier model. So we have a general meetings of shareholders and a board of directors. And there isn't a supervisory board, and this gives the board of directors more flexibility and faster decision making. And analyzing the board of directors, we can see that till April 2014 there was a CEO duality, and also that 10 out of the 11 members of the boards have a high educational level, and most of them already had experience in boards of other companies. For this reason they may have other links and relationship, and we cannot expect that they are completely independent. And also there is a low female quota and a high tenure, and also that 5 of the 11 boards of the 11 members of the boards also held shares of the company. Now let's analyze the related party transaction of the two firms, starting from Statoil. We can analyze the most significant one, and for Statoil, for sure, there are the related party transaction with the majority of shareholders, which is represented by the Norwegian state. In fact, the company buys the natural oil and gas that it has to be refined from the state, and this represents a related party transaction. And also with the state has another relationship, because the state provides the company with the licenses that are necessary for the company to carry out its activities. And moreover, there is a code of conduct that the manager has to adopt, and they have to behave impartially. And about the related party transaction of Valero, we first have to say that the company has a policy of conflict of interest, and that controls, and also a conflict of interest committees that discuss and report about the possible conflict of interest between the interests of the employees and the manager and the interests of the firm. Regarding the conflict of interest between the firm and its subsidiaries, the related party transaction between the companies and its subsidiaries, the financial statement doesn't provide any information about it, but there is one employee which is married to a director, a member of the board of directors, but analyzing the financial statements, analyzing the firm, we found that he doesn't earn like a higher compensation, or it doesn't have any benefit from its relationship with the board of with the member of the board of director, because it's equal to all the other employees. That's all. Thank you, Professor, for having given me this opportunity to present this project through a video.